If you are using HubSpot and Xero for your accounting and invoicing purposes, then I have an absolute game changer of an automation that's going to completely streamline the way in which you send invoices, follow-ups, etc. So I was working with this event management company that makes 7 figures, and they told me that they use HubSpot for their sales purposes, but all the invoicing and collection and everything happens on Xero, like most businesses. And they had to manually create all the invoices from HubSpot to Xero because HubSpot doesn't have a direct integration, and they have to manually follow up with people, and they have multiple installments, and they are a 7-figure business. They have multiple deals that are being closed on a monthly basis. So it was such a time-consuming process that they usually don't do it. It takes them 2 months to actually send the invoice, 2 more months to actually follow up with every single one of them. And it was such a time-consuming process that their cash flow took a dip. They were struggling, and it was not a way to manage a sustainable business. That's when they came to me and they told me this problem, and I was like, you know what, don't worry about it, future beauty, I'm going to help you take care of this thing. And that's how I built this automation using HubSpot and Make.com, which does two things. It creates direct integration between HubSpot and Xero, where as soon as a deal is marked as invoiced, it automatically creates all the invoices for all the installments. So if you have multiple installments, create invoices for each and every single installment. It manually follows up with the prospect on the day of the due date, and it automatically stops the automation as soon as marked as one. And today I'm going to show you exactly how I build it, so you can build it by yourself and take it from there. Okay, so what this automation is going to do is going to help you no longer chase any more clients. It's going to help you create invoices automatically to your accounting software. It's Xero. You can also use the same thing for other accounting softwares as well, such as QuickBooks. You no longer need to manually follow up with people, and you no longer will have a cash flow issue. Alrighty, so let's get to it. Alright, with that being said, I want to quickly walk over how this automation. So this video is going to be divided into 2 parts. First, I'm going to show you how the automation works and the way it integrates together. Secondly, I'm going to show you how I build this automation so you can recreate it by yourself. And I'm giving this whole thing away completely for free because I love you guys, and hopefully you find some value in this thing. And if you did, please comment down below and give me some validation that I really need. I'm just kidding. Alright, so the way we build this automation is using 2 tools, HubSpot and Make.com. The reason why we used HubSpot is to trigger the automation and send the data to Make.com. Make.com is the integration tool that connects Xero and HubSpot together. And in Make.com is where all the magic happens, such as the reminders, the integration, the getting the invoice, creating the invoices, etc. Alright guys, so just let me show you how the automation works. So as soon as the deal is moved to the contract send stage, that's when the automation gets triggered. And the way the automation works is it immediately gets the quotation. For example, for this particular prospect, let me open you the quotation. So it's going to extract all the invoices, the amounts, the details from the quotation right here. It's going to extract the name, the amount, whatever discount it is, and then it's going to get the payment schedule that's in here. So upon receipt and the due date, it's going to take these 2 and create 2 different installments on Xero, and then it's going to automatically add the details onto the deal right here. So let me show you how it looks like. The quotation is extracted. It creates 2 different invoices. That is one for the installment 1, second is for the installment 2 that I just showed you. That is, this is 1 installment, this is 2nd installment, and it's going to create 2 different invoices for that. And it's going to also automatically update all the fields that I created right here. That is, you can see first installment is $1,000, 2nd installment is $0, number of installments, the invoice number. So if you go right here, we can see the automated invoice as well that was automatically created by Make.com from this quotation. Let me quickly show you how. As you can see, they already paid it as well. So if it's automatically paid, they also mark the status. As you can see, the status is marked as paid. So 3 different installments are working together to make this thing possible, and that's how the automation works. And if this is something that you or your business want to implement, I will include a link to book an appointment in my calendar to discuss this thing for you guys, so we can implement it for you. But for those who want to implement it themselves, the next part of the video is for you, where I walk you through the technicalities on how this thing is built. The second part of the video is where I go through the technical details of how the automation is set up. This may be a bit complex, so please stick to the end. And for those who want to try this themselves or you want to just play around this, stick to the end. I'll walk you through every single detail to the best of my capabilities. All right, so the automation is set up, as I said, in 2 tools, HubSpot and Make.com. In HubSpot, there is 3 different automation that triggers the automation, that triggers the follow-ups and everything else. And in Make.com, there is 4 different automations. All right, so let me first walk you through the HubSpot one. So first installment automation basically triggers the automation and sends the data to Make.com, and it also sends reminders for the first installment. Second installment automation sends the reminder for the second installment. Third installment automation sends the reminder for the third installment. So yeah, that's how the automation is set up. So if I click on this automation right here, the way the workflow is set up, it's quite simple. So the automation is started when the deal is moved to the contract send stage. They have multiple pipelines, so that's why there is multiple things in there. But when the deal is moved to contract send, automation gets triggered. For you guys, it could be invoiced, and we use custom field to trigger the automation on make.com. They trigger this automation in make.com. The reason for that is because this particular client don't have the operations plan, and only in operations plan can we use webhooks. So to avoid that, and instead of paying this, we just use it a custom field to trigger the automation, where if the custom field is this item, then trigger the automation. As you can see, if I click on this right here, as you can see, if it's email auto, that's when the automation gets triggered, and it runs every 15 minutes, so every 2 minutes. All right, so that's how the automation works. And yeah, as you can see, it updates it there. And we also have a condition where we wait for 1 day for the automation to be processed. So this automation runs every 2 minutes, and we wait for 24 hours for it to be updated. So yeah, once the 24 hours passes, if the automation is still here itself, that is still in pre-auto, we send an error handler path where it notifies the salesperson and the owner saying that, hey, this person is still here, please look into them and make the necessary changes and add them accordingly back again. If they are not, that means the automation has been processed, and that's when we have all the email follow-ups in here. So yeah, we send the email follow-up 1, email follow-up 2, email follow-up 3, email follow-up 4. So we have 4 different email reminders for the first installment, and we wait, and there is as you can see, we wait until the first installment due date is today. So it only sends those reminders when the due date is today. So that is that. Let's go back to the make.com automation. So as soon as the automation is triggered, it has 24 hours to process things, as I said. So this first module, it gets the pipeline name and all the pipeline details. So the second module, it gets all the quotation details. So this is quotation. So it gets the quotation association, and using that, we get all the information about the quotation. All right. So all these parts are error handler parts. If the quotation doesn't exist, we automatically mark the status as error, so it can go down that path and notify the team saying that, hey, this has not been processed. If the quotation exists, boom, we get all the 9 items, we add all the aisle items in here, so we can put them in the invoices. We get the contact information completely, we get the company information completely, and using these 2 information, we check if this person exists on Xero using their name. If they do exist, we just update it and get the variable. If they don't exist, then we create the contact on Xero and we get the variable. And using the variables in here, the reason for that is because if you go down paths, you can't map the variables in the paths. All right, so using those 2 things, we get the variable, and then we have the ID to process for the rest of the stuff. This path right here, it's unique for their business, where they wanted to have they wanted to use the pipeline name to find the right account on Xero. So in Xero, they have multiple accounts in which they have to associate it to. So they have a sheet as a reference which shows that, hey, if it's this pipeline, it's this account that it should be linked to in Xero. That's what this is for. In most cases, you don't need that. All right. So yeah, we have error handler parts where if certain things that we need is not there, we directly mark them as error, so the automation doesn't continue. But if we have everything we need, then we use text parser to scrape the quotation and get all the information we need. Because in HubSpot, all the quotations that you see right here, it's a page. You can't extract this information and map them. You have to manually scrape it and get all the information. That's why we use text parser to get all these information. And now we go on to creating the invoices. So they have a maximum of 3 invoices and 3 payment schedules. That's why we have 3 different parts. If you have more, you need more. If you just need less, you just need less. So this is for first installment, this is for second installment, this is for third installment. Yeah, and for each installment, we have 2 different parts. A path where it says no tax and a path with tax, because they deal with multiple companies. So if there is no tax, it's a different way in which we configure the data. If there is tax, we have to add the tax data in there. That's why there's 2 different paths. So we get using the set variables, we get all the items from this scraped information. So we get the installment amount, we get the installment date, and then we go on to creating the invoices using all the details we got. All right, so once that is done, we get the invoice data and we attach it to the multiple variables so we can update it to HubSpot. So second installment is created in here, third installment is created in here, and then we update the data onto HubSpot. As you can see, all the data that we just created, all the invoices we created is mapped onto here, and we added directly to HubSpot, and the status is set processed. So this status means processed, and that's how this automation, this workflow knows that, hey, this is not error, this has been processed, so it goes down this path. So that's how it works. That's the first part of the automation. Yeah, so let me show you what that looks like. Let me go down this path. As you can see, this person has been processed. That's why the amount says this, the due date this says this. So it extracted all the information from here. As you can see, it extracted the due date is the date processed. The second due date is 14th February 2025. So it processed all the details and it added right here. As you can see, 14th of February 2025. That's the amount, the link of the invoices, everything is added here in here. And then we have the second workflow on HubSpot. The second installment and the third installment automation is triggered when this due date is today. When this due date is today, we have this automation. We have this automation that is triggered. And then, this automation is triggered then. And then we have all the 4 different follow-ups. So it waits for 2 days, send a follow-up, wait for 3 days, send a follow-up, wait for 5 days, send a follow-up, and it keeps following up with them until the email status is marked as paid, which can be seen in here. As you can see, the status is marked as paid. It's going to keep going at it until that happens. And this make.com, let me show you. This make.com automation is the one that makes it possible. So we don't send the reminders, the email on HubSpot, because HubSpot doesn't allow their plan to send reminder emails. It has to be marketing, and this is not a marketing email. So that's why we're using HubSpot. Sorry about that. That's why we're using HubSpot to send these reminders with all the information, the due date, the amount, the payment link. Everything is sent using make.com. So that's how these automations work. I will be attaching the JSON for this. I'll be attaching the JSON for this entire thing, and the JSON for this thing as well, completely for free. Hope you guys find some value in this thing. And if you have any doubts, I know this is the most complex video I've ever recorded. Hopefully I've done my best in explaining how the automation works. I couldn't go over every single thing, because if I do, the video is going to be 16 minutes long. So please use these details, and feel free to play around it. And if you find this helpful, please let me know. And that's how we integrated Xero and HubSpot together for this client. And if you want us to help you implement the same thing, please reach out, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.